Hello everyone, I'm Hongchen Wang. Today I tell you a new theory about dark matter. I will talk about three messages. First, our brain can trap dark matter. Second, the deeper brain region contains a structure called V that can serve as the dark matter trap. Third, making a device mimicking V may help to detect dark matter particles. Before I go to my theory, let me give you a little bit background of dark matter. In our universe, the visible matter, including planets, stars, galaxies, only represent 5% of the mass. The majority of the universe's matter is invisible to us. Astrophysicists call those invisible stuff dark matter and dark energy. Their existence is detectable only by its gravitational pull on normal matter. Since the proposal of dark matter 90 years ago, scientists still have not found dark matter. They searched dark matter by turning their telescopes to deep space, hoping to find dark matter clouds or clusters. Even though they found some suspicious regions in the intergalactic space recently, it's very difficult to prove their claims. Particle physicists have put a lot of efforts in searching dark matter particles using different methods. They hope to find a dark matter particle similar to something on this famous table. However, they are so far unsuccessful. And where to find the dark matter? Before I show you my theory, let me tell you my personal experience 5 years ago, which really inspired my theory. On June 1st, 2017, about 9:30 a.m., it was a routine commute to work. The day was sunny. I drove to I-270 highway from north and planned to make a turn toward the east on Montrose Bridge. At exactly this spot, spot A, something unbelievable happened. I suddenly lost my self-consciousness. I didn't know who I was, where I was going. It is like my brain was frozen. I just couldn't think. Only the memory part of my brain worked well, because I can recall what happened later. In about 50 seconds, I regained my self-consciousness and realized I drove to this spot, spot B, on the other side of the bridge, towards the west. It's very strange. In the following 2 days, I intentionally drove back and forth on the bridge, just want to figure out what happened to me. How come I made a shortcut from spot A to spot B through a non-existing road? I knew it was impossible for me to make a U-turn at the east side of the bridge, because my brain was frozen and my body is not moving. In the following 2 years, I thought about every possible explanation using my knowledge in neuroscience, physics, and even religion. I am a well-trained medical scientist for 40 years. I have experience in clinical practice to treat patients. I have good experience in laboratory research in cancer and immunology. I have a strong interest in astronomy, and I studied religions of Christianity and Buddhism for some years. Based on my background, I believe the nature just did an experiment on me. The 2017 incident revealed one of the nature's biggest secrets to me, that our brain contains a powerful force. I called it big force. And what the big force looks like. The big force of our brain is not the ordinary force known on Earth. Nothing like electric, magnetic, strong or weak forces. It's completely secluded without our perception and normal situation. When the force is revealed by unknown reasons, like what happened to me 5 years ago, the force is so powerful that it's sufficient to over-control a human body and a mid-sized car. What the force did is that it bends space and time and gave me a shortcut from spot A to spot B on Montrose Bridge. Then, what's the nature of the big force? In my view, it's nothing but the dark matter. Now let me explain a little bit more to see how it is possible. You may have already known that our brain contains billions of neurons, a type of cells with different shapes and functions. The neurons communicate with each other through tentacle-like structures called axons. Axons transduce electric currents like a microwire. In recent years, neuroscientists have mapped all neural connections of the brain, a map like this called connectome. In the center of the brain, there is empty space, devoid of axons. What is this void space? It turns out these are cavities called ventricles. Ventricles contain cerebral spinal fluid, or CSF, whose functions include diminishing and impact force to the brain, providing nutrients and removing metabolic waste. Based on the anatomy of the brain, I propose a model called V, which includes the ventricles and their surrounding neural connector. You can simply think it as a chamber wrapped with electric wires. And my theory is that we can capture dark matter particles. How does V work? One possibility is that the wall of V generates electric field, which creates a low velocity zone in the center of V. This allows dark matter particles to stay longer. If dark matter particles can be trapped by V, I can make two predictions here. One is that along with time, more and more dark matter particles should be accumulated inside V. Second, because the interaction of dark matter with normal matter generates heat, we should produce more heat along with time. As a direct consequence, the temperature of V will increase. Is this true? The answer is yes. For many years, neurologists have shown that the deeper brain regions are warmer than the peripheral regions by about ½ degree Celsius. A more recent report by Dr. John O'Neill's group is even more exciting to me. They not only confirm the previous findings that the deeper brain regions are hotter than other parts of the brain, they also showed that from 20 to 40 years of age, the temperature of the deeper brain region increases by 0.6 degrees Celsius. This finding is exactly consistent with my prediction above. Now you may begin to appreciate how smart our brain is created. The heat of the deeper brain is carried away by circulation of CSF. This keeps our brain cool. The MRI image shows here circulation of CSF at a rhythm similar to the heartbeat. This means the CSF circulation is driven by blood pressure. Isn't the nature amazing? Finally, I want to challenge your mind now. You may wonder, if I'm right, the brain can trap dark matter. Can we make a device to detect dark matter based on the Wii model? This is exactly what I want to do today to inspire some of your audience to make your contribution to this field. Over the last 2 years, I have tried to make the Wii cubic like this one shown here. I just twined micro-magnetic wires on a chamber and hope to make it big enough to capture dark matter particles. How big do I need to build? I don't know right now. But we can take a reference from the brain structure shown below. Some part of the Wii can reach over 1 centimeter thick. I think the cubic should be pretty big. This is an interesting idea, and I hope more people can join me, and let's explore more together. If you have any good ideas, please leave your comment below this video or send to this email address. I thank you all for listening.